Hello, this is David from the Bookman in Orange, and I welcome you to Things Found in Old Books. Today we're going to start with this book here, The Chained Library by Streeter. And the chained library, what's that? A chained library was a thing they developed in medieval times to keep the books in the library from being stolen. So they would chain them to a big rack with these long chains, and you'd have to pull down the books and read the books at the desk with a chain attached to it, so you couldn't walk out of the library carrying the expensive book. And it was big. There's still one left in the world. It's in Hereford, England, and they still have an example of a chained library. But inside this book on the chained library, I found these two postcards depicting chain library. Now, this is not the one in Hereford, and I'm not sure exactly where this one was, because there used to be a bunch of them all over Europe, and little by little they all went away. The books were very valuable. There's another one there. This is from the top down, you can see the chains holding, and they would put the books on with not the spine out, but the other way, so when you took it down, you could just set it down. It wouldn't ruin the spine. And you would set it down with the big chain attached, and you could read the book. But you couldn't walk out of the library with it. In fact, in some of the books, the monks cursed the thief of the book, and they wrote these little curses in the front of the book. And I'm going to read one such curse. It says, "Steal not this book, my honest friend, for fear the gallows should be your end. And when you die, the Lord will say, 'And where's the book you stole away?'" So God wants his book back. So we're going to chain him up, Forget the library card. Let's see, in this little book here, a little booklet, I should say, we found this card, and it's a cute little card right here. It says, "Love to all at home." There's a little maiden throwing something on the ground there. I think they're flowers or something, yeah? But on the back, it says, "Corporal Arthur R. Brown," and then it gives a regimental address where I guess you could send a letter to Corporal Brown. On the bottom here, it says September 28th, 1918. So that was about a month and a half before the war ended. It ended in November of 1918. And on the bottom, Corporal Brown wrote, "Somewhere in France." So he's somewhere in France when he sent this card. We'll never know. Corporal Brown. In this little book here, it's a Jewish, it shows a little people marrying there, 1931 artwork. It's the blessings and hymnals for various occasions. And inside that were these little cards here. And these are some of the blessings. And over here you got the English, you got the Hebrew. Two little prayer cards stuck inside this old 1931 booklet. And finally, in this book here, this Out of Africa, we found this photograph. There you go. I took one look at it and said, "What is this? What am I looking at?" Why, it's the spruce goose. Now, I don't know if you remember the spruce goose, but it was a big tourist attraction here in California, in Long Beach. Now, the spruce goose was made famous by Howard Hughes, who built this giant aircraft. I think he was developing it for the war, but they never used it. And it flew one time. They flew it over the Long Beach harbor. They flew around. Successful flight. They grounded it and never flew it again. Never used it. And so eventually they after Hughes died, they put it on display at the Long Beach Harbor. You could go look at it, and you could admire how big it was and take pictures of it. And this picture is probably from the 80s or 90s, because in the early 90s, they dismantled it and shipped it up to Oregon. So you had to go to Oregon to look at it now. And that's all I got today, and I want to thank you for stopping by. Good day.